Good morning, good morning, good morning. All right, grab your beverage, whatever you're drinking today. Yes, I am ready for the day. I got up super early. I had to take John to the airport, walk the dog, talk to my brother, showered, dressed, and I'm ready for the day. And I'm waiting for my water to heat up for my beverage. And while I'm waiting, I have a question for you. Since John's not here and I can't ask him, and my girls no longer are here, and they're both in California, so they're still sleeping, I have a question. Okay, so this is my outfit for the day. You see? Outfit for the day. All right. Which earring? Should it be the black one, the black dangle, or should it be, I love these earrings. My sister gave these to me for my birthday. Or these heart ones. This one or this one? What do you think? The black one or the little heart? Let me know in a comment below. Vote. And hopefully you guys will decide before I have to leave. Otherwise, I leave with one of each. That would be a little bit silly. I think that this is probably done. You know, I've gotten to the point where I actually like the coffee like somewhat hot. I didn't used to like that. You know, so many things change as I'm getting older. With every passing year, especially through menopause. Oh my good golly, Miss Molly. Menopause. Oh, crazy. The things that I no longer like, the things I do like, the things that work for me, the things that don't work for me. You know, it's like dating a new person for John because, you know, the things that I used to tell him, please do not waste money on flowers. Please, please, please do not waste money on flowers. They just freaking die. I don't want any flowers. Well, now I really love flowers. So at my grocery store, they have these little mini bouquets for like $13. So I get myself, and they last, I'm not kidding you, they last like over a week, 2 weeks sometimes for $13. It's hot enough. And so, so I get myself some, and I'm worth $6.50 a week, right? Right, here we go. And they just bring me a little bit of happiness when I sit at my table and chat with you, and when I have my meals at the table and stuff. So yeah. Lots of things change as I get, as we get older. We don't stay the same. That would be boring. Boring, right? Oh, I don't know what happened. I have you on a tripod and the whole thing just fell over. Spilled my coffee. No, it's okay. At least it didn't spill on my white sweater. That would not be good. You never know what's going to happen when you're on live with me, right? It's always something. And I'm sure many of you are looking for an update on the car. So here you go. First of all, do I have my car? The answer, drum roll please. Yay! Yes, I do have my car. I got it last night at about 5-6 o'clock. And it was an ordeal. It was a serious ordeal because the driver was not the same person that picked up the car. And he apparently, this is my story and I'm sticking to it because I didn't ask him because it doesn't really matter. But I think he drives at night and then sleeps during the day because he got into a location that was about an hour and a half from me. And then when we saw him there at 7 a.m, and at 3 in the afternoon, he was still there. So my thought is he probably drove all night and then slept in the morning. So when we saw that the car had not moved, and it was getting later in the day, John was like, maybe we should just go drive and get the car off the trailer wherever he's at. So I reached out to the person at the company, and just an FYI, maybe you're unaware, because I was unaware of how this actually works. So you have ABC Trucking Company, right? And you call them to get a quote. And believe it or not, chances are they don't even own a truck. Yes, you got that right. They are representing, they have access, they put out a bid to all these truckers. And these truckers say, I'll do that job, I'll do that job, I'll do that job. I've got room on my truck. So when I called ABC Trucking Company, oh, it's such a mess with the coffee everywhere. When I called ABC Trucking Company, they got back to me really quickly. They had somebody that was going to take it, and the person said that it would take them 2 days. And evidently, then this person, ABC Trucking, communicates, hopefully, with the driver. Well, in this case, it wasn't with the driver. It was with another company, a dispatcher. And that dispatcher talked to the driver. And so it was a convoluted chain of non-communication. And that was what was so incredibly irritating. Because the person that I contracted with the trucker wasn't really her employee. She didn't even know who it was, because her last comment to me was, I will never use this one again. I'll never use this one again. And so, but that makes me leery of using her again, right? Because she just puts it out for bid, and it's whatever I get, I get. So, hence the reason why we had so much trouble. The first time, we got lucky. Everything worked great. The second time, didn't work so good with that company. The company that I called actually had a truck and knew the driver, and it was a personal thing. We did pay more money for that, but we were in constant contact. That was the one that wanted to drop it off on the exit ramp. Yeah. Yes. On the exit ramp of a highway. So, no one's perfect. Will I use them again? Probably. I don't know. Because if I go to a different company, if I do XYZ company instead of ABC company, they're going to the same pool of truckers to just see who will take the trip, who will take the job. And sometimes they'll get lucky, and sometimes they unfortunately won't. So I don't know what I will do. I will tell you that this time I told them that I wanted to, pick up my car. The gentleman is an hour and a half from me, hasn't moved for 7 hours. I would like to go pick up the car. But just as I said that, and they were trying to reach the driver who didn't communicate, he started moving. So by the time it all got washed out, flushed out, he was already almost here. And so we just did our best to patiently wait. And he contacted me about 40 minutes out, and he luckily, for the first time, actually dropped the car at the top of the road that I live on a cul-de-sac, so he couldn't turn around. But he actually came into the neighborhood, which I thought he could and should, and dropped the car off at the top of my street. so that he could just keep going and not have to turn around. That was very convenient. So here's a question for you. My nose is running. That would be really not pleasant to see. So my question is, would you tip him? Would you tip the driver? Would you? Hey, Diana, how are you? Oh my gosh, it's been a while. Grab a beverage and join me. Yeah, this is my one that I got from Delray Beach in Florida. This one's Stay Positive is the one that I'm doing today. Yeah, I'm asking, would you have tipped the driver who delivered your car 3 days late and never responded every time everybody tried to contact him? He kind of held my car hostage. I will tell you that I would not have tipped him. He gets paid for the service he delivered, and the delivery of the service didn't even meet expectations, and a tip is when they go above and beyond. My husband, on the other hand, decided to give him a tip. My tip would be answer your effing phone. Get some communication going. That would be my tip. But he actually gave him some extra money. That wouldn't have been me. I'm just curious if that would have been you. And so now that you know how the system works, would you go back to the same person? Because would you get better service this time? Would she make sure that she gives the trip to someone she's actually used before as opposed to someone she hasn't? Or would you play Russian roulette with a new company? Let me know in a comment below. I will tell you, it did get delivered. It was filthy it was on the upper rack. I should have taken some pictures. It was on the upper rack of a 2-tiered trailer. But it was in the same shape that we gave it to him, besides being dirty. All of our stuff was in it. And so, yeah, just curious. If you're just joining me, I have a question. I am in a skirt and jacket. I'm going to a networking function. And because John is not here, which earring? This cute one? It's like a shiny heart? Or this one? It's a hematite. Which one? This one? Or this one? Let me know. John's not here. The girls aren't here. I need someone to chime in here. Let's see. What else did I want to tell you? I want to talk a moment about something that I'm learning about that maybe you don't know about either. And it is, now that I'm looking to travel more, I want to get miles, right? And believe it or not, even though my husband works for an airline, we are having to pay for flights. Because yes, we get benefits of free flights, but we can't get our fannies on a flight because they're all oversold. So if we have to be somewhere, we have to buy a ticket. And I want the ability to, get discounts or upgrades or all of those things. And so we recently got a credit card that will have miles for one particular airline. And he recently found out that doesn't allow him access to like the club lounges, which he would like to have access to. And so now he's gotten a different credit card, and we're going to stop using the one that we were using and use this one to get miles and the ability to get into, lounges, clubs, and stuff like that. Do you have a mileage program that you belong to? If so, please post it below. Now, here's something that I learned a little last night. Number one, that credit card can't be joint. That many of the credit card companies are no longer doing joint credit cards, which royally sucks, especially if it's tied to a loyalty program. Because, let me explain. We also have a credit card that does Marriott that we've had for years. And it is in his name. I am on I have my own card, but only as an authorized user, not joint. So what happens is when we go to book a reservation with Marriott, they say, "Where is Mr. Fuentes?" If I'm going by myself, they ask where he is. I'm like, "I'm sorry, what?" And so he has to physically call the hotel to let him know I'm coming and that I will be in the room. Yeah, a bit of a pain in the neck, a bit irritating. Yes and yes. And so, sorry, there was a phone call that I put through to voicemail. When I was talking to my brother, he was saying that unfortunately Marriott doesn't have the best redemption loyalty program, and that there are better ones out there, that you get better perks and can get your rooms for less points. Just as nice of a hotel, just as nice of a room for less points. So you don't have to spend as much on the card in order to get your free stays. And so I'm curious, do you have loyalty program cards? Do you? And if you do, which ones do you have? I know they're constantly changing. I know. But it's a little bit irritating when I feel like John and I should be treated the same when we go to check in, because we're married and we're both contributing to getting the points that are on the card. And truth be told, a lot of times I'm probably spending more than he is. So it's irritating that I get treated, I don't want to say poorly, but that I have more issues checking in than he does, and makes it a little bit more difficult for me. And now that I just got, because of the fact that we are now buying tickets, I just found out that you can't pool miles either. So all of those miles that we're accumulating on this card that he has gotten are only for him. Yeah. They're not for me. And so just an FYI, learning more about these programs, their benefits and their limitations, their exclusions. He was under the impression that by getting a club card that I would be able to go in. And I was like, don't think so. So then we found out that no, I'm not able to come in unless he's with me. And then my brother was informing me that he's only given so many quote unquote guest passes a year. So I might not even be able to go in with him. And so it's very interesting, all of these programs and their limitations. He jumped on it because one of his pilot friends was talking about it and, telling him all the benefits. And those benefits don't really get extended to me. And it's in a day and age where John and I are looking to streamline, not have so many credit cards, not have so many accounts, not have so many things, especially things to manage. It's irritating to think that I now have to open everything up in my own name and start accumulating my own points after years of contributing to this account that I thought was joint. So I just wanted to make you aware that these loyalty programs are not rewarding everyone who's loyal to them, but only the person that is the card holder or the primary name on the account. So check it out. Make sure that what you're signing up for is what you're getting, because I've learned a shit ton in the last 24 hours. And we'll continue to learn. Also learning about travel insurance. Do you have that? Do you know that even if you travel by car, you benefit by having travel insurance? Didn't know that either. Learning a lot. So, all right, before I leave, weigh in. This earring or this earring? Which one do you think? I'm excited to see what you vote for. All right, have the most amazing day ever, and I will see you tomorrow. Make it a great one. See ya.